Hello there. Lots of people have asked, how do I turn a Mac into a PC? And I have my team here. Say hello, guys. Hey, nerd. Lots of nerds here. So we are going to show it how to do it in 10 minutes. Now, I'm going to turn around and give the camera to my very loyal co-worker and team member. Now, obviously, you need first the hard drive that has Windows already installed in that. What I use, see what this is doing? I have a hard drive that already Windows installed on that. These are SSD, make your Mac even 5 to 7 times faster for the upload, for boot and so on. It is still copying it, but I have another copy already made here. Now, if you don't have a version of this, you can actually take that works only with Windows 10. Take the hard drive from your old PC or laptop and so on and put it in, but it has to be smaller hard drive. You cannot use the big hard drive for this version. You can use this for the other version, for Apple 810, 8, 13, 10 or 11. They accept this bigger, but the small one, they use actually hard drives that are the same size. This is a hard drive, this is SSD. Now, there are other ways. Literally, you can have a device that turn this into a USB, like this here. It costs about $7 on eBay. You connect this here, and then you connect it. Stop.
Yeah. It said
No,
reconnecting.
it is going.
Yes.
So you can use this device, $7 or $10 on eBay. Make your SATA interface to a USB 3. You can connect literally this to your PC that already have a Windows installed. Then you use a program called Acronis, and you can boot from this. That is a different video. I cannot make that in this. But if you are going to use that, use Acronis that has a Linux software on it. So you boot from that, and that allows you to clone your hard drive from your current computer to this. Okay, it's working now. Okay, sorry, our network is going back and forth. So you can use Acronis on a Linux, boot from this, and make a copy of your hard drive with Windows 10. So only works with Windows 10, and then you have a SSD, and that's made out of a clone of your current hard drive. Then here's our Apple A14, 1418. Use a device like that, and this as well costs a few dollars. It's totally worth it because I have ruined few of the screens here. Some other screen before that, like from 2011, the Apple A13, they're magnetic. You can take it off and then take your screw off. These are glued in, so you cannot do it without this. So, but then you put it on here, and you just run it across. So you run it a few times across here, and all the corners. Once I practically disconnect most of the double sticky glue here, now I use the other side of it to make sure that have disconnected most of it. At this point, I'm putting my fingers here and opening it up. Before I completely open it up, look at that. There are two connections here. The other iPhone, the older one, they have 4 connectors. Here, there are only 2. No, you can gently pull it out, and as well as there's another thing here. Use the band if you can. This band here is made for pulling this out, and I'm going to use a surgical device here so you see it better, but you can do it with your finger here and pull it out. Once you open it up, there's still glue there. Don't try to fight it. Just use something sharp. Disconnect that. And then take the monitor safely off and put it in a safe place.
This
So-
episode is sponsored by Brilliant Apero.
So, now we are going to take the screws for the hard drive out. As you see, this is a smaller, regular SATA hard drive. And I have to find my screwdriver right here. I'm going to sit here so I have better control. So these are different sizes, don't mix them up. You open it up. And I'm taking it and putting it right here so that screws are different size, they don't get mixed up. By the way, I broke a computer just to learn how I can do that. So no pain, no gain. Now this is the hard drive. And I'm going to take it out. It's a regular SATA hard drive. You put your fingernail there and just pull it out. And here we go. Now, you just need to change it for a with a SSD, which make it much faster actually. This is just glued in. So here goes in, same orientation. Here, the other one, I put it on. Now, this is a little tricky, and you have to be a little careful with that, but not too bad. I'm just going to put that, if you look carefully here, there's really no structure here. I'm just putting something gently there to hold it back so it doesn't go back when I'm pushing against that. And then I put that in this corner here. It requires a little bit of a finesse, but really not too bad. And then I'm going to see if I can just push it in. No, I don't believe it worked. So I have to, just bring it a little out. Put it in. And then push it gently against that to put it in this, what we call the SATA slot here. So just take your time, okay? This part is a little more tricky, and obviously, it's good if somebody else can help you to hold the corner, but don't really have to be even here. I think that is almost getting in. You just have to push a little against that it doesn't go back when you are pushing it forward. Here, right about now. Here, I felt it when it went in. So it's connected already. All I need to do is now to put it in and put the connectors in. And just lock it. And lose one, find one. Now, this is the part that with the double sticky glue, I tried many different things and different method and so on, but I found out I don't need to take the previous kind of material off. You can actually peel it off. It just wasted time, and then you can do it even from both sides, and then you can put a double sticky glue. If you are going to do that, taking completely off, use one of the thicker double sticky. But I'm having this thinner double sticker tape that can go directly on that. It does a very good job actually, and the way I do that, let me show you how I do that. So I use with the top part, and I put it from one corner to another. By the way, my staff really love these computers. They work really well. You have very little problem with the connections and all the like cable salad that you usually have. You don't have any of that with that. So I cut it here. See what I'm going to do. Once I do that, I cut the rest left over of it, just with the sharp. It has to be sharp, and just go and disconnect that here. I'm going to keep it. You see, I'm going to reuse it. That's it. Now, here, the same. I'm going to go from one side to another. Make sure it sticks there. It sticks actually pretty good. Same thing. With the sharp edge, take it off. Now I'm just going to reuse this side for the other side. Look here. Use the straight side of it. Turn it around. And I cut this tab here. This is for when you want to peel it off. I'm not going to peel it off, so I'm just going to disconnect that. And now, do you remember the other piece? Here, again, use the straight side of it. And run it with your finger over it. And cut the leftover of it so it's not in your way. Okay, this is ready now. All I need to do, I need to put it back. So before I do that, I take the double sticky part of it off. So let me show you, if you're alone, let me show you how this is done the most ergonomically and best. You take this off. Connect your machine already to electricity, because you want to try it out, make sure the connections are fine before you put the double sticky. It's so much harder to do it, put it on and take it off. So it is ready to go now. Then, obviously in a correct orientation, you put it on here. Make sure the corners are adjusted here. Everything I'm telling you, I have done it wrong a few times, okay? So then you come up, whether you sit up here, and you remember this piece? This piece goes, and I'm going to use my tools. Actually, if you have a tool like this, that really works much better with that. Let me get it to the light so we see it best here. Okay. So be careful. The board has electricity. You don't want to touch the board now. But here, you connect this part first. Again, it requires, actually it's easier with the finger, but I want to show it to you with my finger that you wouldn't see anything. So that is in. Okay. And then the other one is actually much easier here. So I'm just going to come with my finger here and connect that here. Then push with my fingernail, push it in. Now before I stick it in, I'm going to turn it on. Make sure that it goes on. Obviously it went on. In the first run, it's going to readjust itself, put the new drivers in and so on and so forth. And you know what? The best part is if in the clone that you have, it's already connected to your Wi-Fi, it's already connected to Wi-Fi here. It's just going to upload all the drivers it needs. This version doesn't need special drivers, contrary to the last, the 2012, which is the A13 series. This one, no, here, Windows is coming up. So it's coming up, it's booting. I'm just going to put it back in and use something like that so I don't have my fingers on. Just stick it better. Just make sure they stick well. And did you see it was rebooting and getting, it's going to may reboot once or twice, but no, it didn't even need to because the version I cloned has everything that it really needed. As you see in the version I have, it says already optimized for Apple A13, 18, so it doesn't need to reboot. Your version may reboot few things, but here you go. You have your Apple made to a PC. I hope you guys have fun. Thanks.